Okay, so Kid Cudi, Lupe Fiasco. I'm not sure what is going on with these guys. Lupe has thrown some shots on the interwebs, on the social media. Kid Cudi has talked about it recently. I'm not sure if this is like a friendly beef that they're using to help promote Kid Cudi's album Insano, which I didn't even know Kid Cudi dropped a new album 1 week ago on January 12th, or if this is actually like a real rap beef, which it doesn't feel like. So before I go into that, let's just take a look at what I'm talking about. Shout out to Gotham Hip Hop, shout out to Joey. Lupe Fiasco calls Kid Cudi a B for hiding from him at the vape store when Cudi used to work there before becoming famous. So already this kind of seems like a little sketchy. Like, why are we talking about this? This seems like, you know, nowadays, especially in hip hop, there's a lot of fake beef that's used to promote records, used to promote content, whatever projects they're working on, beef sales. So this is what people do nowadays. This is in response to a recent interview, which we'll also watch, where Kid Cudi said whenever he'd hear a famous rapper was at the vape store, he'd hide in the back until they left. Which is also a little strange. Like, why are you hiding from people, you know? His explanation for this behavior was like, yo, if I get famous one day, I don't ever want this guy saying he sold me clothes. You're my son. We can't have that. Seems a little strange, but okay. Lupe responded today by saying Kid Cudi is a B and that no one would care that Cudi had a regular job before the fame. The two have been beefing for years. So let's see. Here's the actual tweet from Lupe Fiasco. I actually didn't see this because Lupe Fiasco has me blocked. He's one of my favorite rappers. Like, he's in my top 5, but he is a bit sensitive on social media. So, I mean, as you can see here, Kid Cudi is a B and continues to be a B. Ain't nobody finna bring up he used to work at the vape store to diss his B ass. Like, we're not gonna say ass on YouTube, right? And not get demonetized for having a regular job before he was a famous B with a cool job. Okay. So to me, like I said, this doesn't seem like beef like Yo Gotti, Young Dolph, like Game 50, like Jay-Z, Nas. To me, this reads like we are scorned lovers from past involvements. We have history with each other, and we were in a I don't want to allegedly. It just looks like that. You get where I'm going with this, right? So anyways, let's just take a quick look at Kid Cudi's original comments. So again, Kid Cudi just dropped an album. It's probably not doing well at all. Oh no, it looks to be another top 10 worthy release on the Billboard Hot 200 with nearly 50,000 copies sold. I was gonna say it doesn't seem like it did that well. I didn't even know Kid Cudi released a project, and I haven't seen anyone talk about it. This is literally me looking at this article is me realizing that Kid Cudi has a new album out. So I was going to say, like, maybe they're using this to help promote his album. Like, they're friends behind the scenes and they just do this fake beef shit whenever they have like projects coming up. But anyways, let's take a look. Before Cudi got his music career going, he was an employee at the vape store in New York. I mean, I think that's a pretty, I mean, it's not the best job, retail, but I mean, for a young person, vape store in New York City, like, that's not something that you would like be ashamed of or something. Lupe Fiasco happened to be shopping there one day and his coworkers were juiced to see him. Kid Cudi's coworkers were juiced to see him. The opposite could be said about Cudi. Yeah, this is '08, Lupe Fiasco. He had Kick Push out. He probably had like one album out, but yeah, he was popular. He was known. He was mainstream. His videos were on BET and all that type of stuff. Cudi stayed downstairs until he left. My colleagues were like, what are you down here for? He explained, yo, if I get famous one day, I don't ever want this dude saying like, yo, he sold me clothes. You're my son. We can't have that. Like, who's even thinking like that? I don't know. Sure enough, Cudi was correct. Lupe still has it out for him. Cudi says, I was right. I was onto something. I said something in the universe. Things began to escalate in 2014 when they went back and forth on Twitter over Lupe charging fans $500 for a personalized verse. Cudi called that out for seeming a bit sketch. Let's see what that's about. 34.50. Here we go.
See me working there and then have beef with me later and bring up the fact like, nigga, you sold me clothes. So like, I would always like.
That's just a dumb train of thought. You know what I mean? That's pretty dumb.
Hide in the stock room.
Who did you hide from?
So like
that's a dumb. Like, you don't want to seem weird because you don't want this rapper referencing your previous job if you get famous. So instead of looking weird like that, when this guy's walking in, you go hide in the stock room with all the boxes of shoes. That's even weirder.
And this is funny. We're laughing about this, right? Lupe Fiasco came to the store one day. He was in the store. I was in the bag, and they was like, "Yo, Lupe's here." I was like, "Oh shit!" Stayed down the stairs, waited
Acting like he got ops, like Lupe is his op or something.
until he left. And I was like, "Yo, what you down here for?" And I explained it to my dude, same way I explained it to you. I was like, "Yo, bro, if I get famous one day, right? I don't ever want this nigga saying like, yo, you sold me clothes, you my son. You know what I'm saying? We can't have that."
They wouldn't even remember you, honestly. Like, come on, man.
This was my explanation. And yo, bro, when you think about it, he hates me to this day. He hates me. So it's like I was right. I was on to something. I sensed something in the universe, you know? So this is like my plan at that time, you know? I was like totally hyper aware that something was gonna happen for me. And, you know, I was just like, fuck this, I can't have nobody making no diss record. Like, yeah, you rang me up, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't say anything about the personalized verse. Let me see if they get into it. We'll watch for another 30 to 60 seconds.
Great people on this record that you've chosen to work with, obviously, like you set the bar very high as you should. And
maybe it happens
I want to
before.
start with Travis, because
Kirk Franklin is the freshest dude, man. He's so fresh. So
yeah, anyways, I think that's about it. Yeah, this doesn't seem like a authentic beef. Like two guys that genuinely just dislike each other. To me, again, I have no reason to think any of these guys are homosexual or anything like that. But to me, this reads like two petty gay dudes going back and forth. Like, they used to fuck with each other. And I'm not saying this is what happened. I'm saying this is what it seems like to me. They used to fuck with each other, or they had crush on each other or something, and then things went oury at some point, and now they are just throwing petty shots. If it's not that, it just seems fake. Like, there's just forced the B word. 1, 2, 3, 4 B words in like 3 sentences. It just seems a bit forced, or perhaps, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yo, if that's what it is, just say that. Don't get us all involved in this as hip hop fans, thinking it's gonna be hip hop records and diss records. Like, nah, just say like, yo, I still liked it. I'm not even gonna go there. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It's just top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.